UIN Sunan Ampel is one of the Islamic universities in Surabaya that has a mission to be a competitive university internationally. The university has 9 faculties with 44 undergraduate study programs, 10 study programs for postgraduate degree, and 4 study programs for the doctorate. UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya commits to holding an education that emphasizes balanced and integrated Islamic studies with science education, develop research on the integration of those two pieces of knowledge based on the community needs as well as to community engagement. To support the process of teaching and learning, UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya has an excellent facility, such as the library with the representative collection, integrated laboratories, sports center, and a multi-purpose building. Audiovisual laboratory, Halal Center Laboratory, Syariah Islamic Bank, Health Center, UIN Samar, and Green Sain. UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya also uses an electronic doorstop as the security system. Concerning the standard of quality of education, UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya follows the national standard such as ISO 9001 Certificate 2008 for academic services, web-o-metrics, university ranking in the aspect of institution website and repository. The University of Sydney regrets UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya is ready to be an international university. The quality of UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya is shown from the contribution of the institution as National Library Partner of Indonesia. UIN Sunan Ampel not only has a reputation nationally, but also internationally. International conferences, international community services, an international consortium, research collaboration, global competition, and obtaining overseas scholarships. And being competitive in the community as described in the university motto, building character qualities for the smart, pious, and honorable nation to strengthen the university vision as a world-class university. UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya has received international students from Malaysia, Libya, and Thailand since 2012. In the technological era, the Technology Center and Database of UIN Sunan Ampel cooperates with telecommunication company Google and Microsoft to be able to serve the community appropriately, effectively, and professionally. As an Islamic higher institution, UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya provides teaching, research, and community development that emphasize on integrated Islamic values with science education according to the standard of national and international education. UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya also contributes to maintaining the unity of nation through the concept of Recitation Mengaji Indonesia, one of dakwah program initiated by UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya as an affirmation of the vision of Islam in terms of peace, Islamic teaching and learning that is synergist with the ideals of the Republic of Indonesia.
Dengan visi menjadi Universitas Islam yang unggul dan kompetitif bertaraf internasional, UIN Sunan Ampel Surabaya berupaya menjadi Center of Excellence, yakni menyelenggarakan pendidikan, riset ilmu-ilmu keislaman multidisipliner, serta sains dan teknologi yang unggul dan berdaya saing, yang diarahkan kepada cita-cita dan tujuan pendidikan tinggi, menyiapkan peserta didik yang mampu meningkatkan kecerdasan umat dan memberikan kontribusi dalam skala nasional dan internasional. Kami yakin bahwa dengan menjadi bagian dari Universitas Islam Negeri Sunan Ampel Surabaya akan membuka banyak peluang dalam mengembangkan banyak pengetahuan dan potensi diri sehingga mampu memberikan kontribusi nyata terhadap kehidupan berbangsa dan bernegara.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Every warm greetings to each and every one of you. Welcome to INSA Java for the International Conference on the Benefit of Sholat Movement for Health 2022 that conducted by English Literature, Adab, and Humanity Faculty. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Farah Aurelia from English Department, Faculty of UINSA, and I will be hosting you for today's event. Now, please let me welcome our special guest for today. Welcome to the Honorable Prof. Ahmad Muzaki, MAG Grand Dip SIE, Pil Hade as Director of UINSA, Dr. Muhammad Kurjum MAG as the Dean of Faculty Adab and Humaniora, and also welcome Dr. Wahyu Kusuma Janti, whom as the Head of English Department. Welcome to the Honorable the keynote Dr. Niko Maulana SPB as the founder and CIO of Darmo Hospital, and Ustazah Amanda SPD as a lecturer of UINSA. And last but not least, also to the honorable guests and audience. Ladies and gentlemen, further to squares of this morning agenda we will open. First, now we will invite to the stage the most responsible person for the conducting of this international event, to Honorable Dr. Muhammad Kurjum, MAG as the Head of English Department. The time is yours. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin the first session of our conference today. Before we begin, let me briefly explain the rule of presentation session. So we have a total 15 minutes for this session. We have about 5 minutes for each speaker to deliver talk, followed by approximately 5 minutes for Q&A session. All the conference delegates, you can ask question by typing your name and extensions, followed by question is the chat box of Q&A. So there is a Q&A icon in the bottom of your Zoom application. Questions are limited to participants. That is the brief rule. So the first speaker is Ustazah Amanda SPD, as the lecturer of WINSA, benefits for hearts in the prayer movement recommended by the Prophet. Before we begin, may I briefly introduce the first speaker. Ustazah Amanda was born on 17th January 1997 in Istanbul. She completed her bachelor philosophy and religions degree at Istanbul University in 2016, master and theology degrees at Al-Azhar University in 2018, and innovative and creative writing course at NY Robinson Writing School in 2020. She is also the lecturer in WINSA, part of the teaching team at WINSA at the Adab and Humaniora faculty as a full-time lecturer. So that is a brief about Ustazah Amanda. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite Ustazah Amanda to these key notations. Ustazah Amanda, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for moderator. Sorry, before that, sorry if I can use the virtual background because my laptop has a problem when setting it up. Okay, now I'll present it about benefits for health in the prayer movement recommended by the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Next slide, please. Definition of Sholat. Prayer is one type of worship in Islam that is carried out by Muslims. Prayer activities include words and action that begin with the takbir movement and end with the greeting movement. The position of prayer in Islam is as the second pillar of Islam. Prayer is an obligatory thing for a Muslim. Next slide, please. Rasulullah SAW once said, the first thing that will be judged from someone on the day of resurrection is prayer. If the prayer is good, all of his deeds will be good. If his prayer is damaged, all his deeds will be damaged. Rasulullah SAW is an example for Muslims in worships, including in his Sholat movement. But did you know that the Sholat movement recommended by Rasulullah has its own benefits? We will discuss it in this presentation now. It is said that every Sholat movement exemplified by Rasulullah SAW is full of wisdom and is beneficial for health. The condition is that all movements are carried out correctly, tuma'nina and istiqomah. In his book, Matthew Songko MBA revealed that the prayer movement can relax the nerves and activate the speech system and the body's breathing system. In addition, it also opens the door of oxygen to the brain, remove negative electrical charge from the body, familiarizes in the fine blood vessels in the brain to get his pressure, and opens blood vessels in the body. Next slide, please. Some of the prayer movement who the Prophet Muhammad do, which will be breakdown in the first hand raising movement, like when takbiratul ihram, when going to bow, and when getting up from bowing. Second is bowing movement, and example is the ruku movement. Third is i'tidal. Fourth is sujud movement, and the fifth and the last is the movement of sitting between the two sujud. Next slide, please. First is hand raising movement. When takbir, Rasulullah SAW raised his hands up until they were parallel to his shoulders. Narrated by Bukhari from Abdullah bin Umair. This takbir is also due when going to ruku and when i'tidal. The benefit is that when we raise our hands parallel to our shoulders, we automatically open our chest, provide blood flow from the veins in the arms to be channeled to the part of the brain that regulates the balance of the body, opens our eyes and ears so that the body balance is maintained. Next slide. Second is bowing movement, or usually we call it ruku. When ruku, Rasulullah SAW put his palm on his knees, narrated by Bukhari from Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas. Ruku, which is do with shoutily and maximally, can treat the flexibility of the spine, which contains the spinal cord and it is blood flow. Ruku can also maintain the flexibility on the sweat system, levers found in the back, waist, cheeks, and back calves. Likewise, the neck bones, the nape of the neck, and the memory nerve tract can be maintained flexibility by bowing. The flexibility of the memory nerves can be maintained by lifting the head to the maximum, with the eyes looking forward to the place of prostration or sujud. Yes. Next slide, please. Third is itidal. Then get up until you stand tall. It is meant to stand straight after doing ruku. When itidal, by raising the hand, the blood from the head will go down, so that the part of the base of the brain that regulates the balance decrease blood pressure. This can maintain the balance of the body's nerves and is useful for preventing sudden fainting. Next slide. And fourth is sujud. After that, do sujud quietly. When do correctly and for a long time, sujud can maximize the flow of blood and oxygen to the brain or head, including the eyes, ears, neck, and shoulders, as well as the heart. This method is effective for unblocking blood vessels in the heart, so that the risk of coronary heart disease can be minimized. And the last is the movement of sitting between the two sujud. Then get up until you sit quiet. Sujud or prostrations, which can balance the electrical and nervous system of our body balance. Benefits are that it can maintain nerve flexibility in the inner right knee basin, calf basin, and to the toes. Next slide. Okay, I think that's enough from me. I'll give the time back to the moderator. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you, Sajam Amanda, for the explanation of benefits for heart in the prayer movement recommended by the Prophet. Now we are going to the next material that will be held by the second speaker, Dr. Nico Maulana, SPB. Before we begin, I will introduce the second speaker. Dr. Nico completed his Doctor of Medicine, General Surgeon degree at Barcelona University and Medicine Bachelor of Surgery degree in Barcelona University. He is the founder and CIO of Darmu Hospital. His experience in medical career are chief of surgery in Surabaya General Hospital and surgical resident in Falgate General Hospital and general practitioner in Larana Medical Center. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Nico to this session. Dr. Nico, the time is yours.
Thank you, Miss Aurel. Thank you the time for given. Okay, let me explain about my material today. Okay. Today I would like to discuss about the importance of Sholat for health. Next slide, please. Okay, this is a research problem that still intrigues us. Do you want to know how to treat yourself from illness? Have you ever thought that Sholat keeps you away from disease? If you want to understand well and get a satisfactory answer, please pay attention carefully. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, number one is takbiratul ihram. Posture standing upright, raise both hands in line with the ears, then fold them in front of the stomach or lower chest. And the benefits are blood flow, limb and arm muscle strength. The position of the heart under the brain allows blood to flow smoothly throughout the body. When you lift your arms, your shoulders muscles stretch so that oxygen rich blood flows smoothly. Then both hands clasped in front the stomach or lower in front of the stomach or lower chest. This attitude avoids various joint disorders, especially in the upper body. Next slide, please. Okay, second is ruku. Posture of ruku. A perfect bow is marked by a straight spine so that when put a glass of water on the back will not spill. Head position straight with the spine. The benefit is to maintain the perfect position and the function of the spine, corpus vertebrae as a support for the body and central nerves. The position of the heart is parallel to the brain, so the maximum blood flow to the body middle part. The hands resting on the knees function to relax the shoulder muscles down to the bottom. In addition, bowing is ordinary exercise to prevent disturbance prostate. Next slide, please. Okay. Okay. Next, so itidal. Posture of itidal is get up from bowing, body back straight after, raise both hands to ear level, like this. And the benefit is that the motion of standing, bending, standing prostate is a good digestive exercise. The digestive organs in the stomach experience massage and relaxation alternately. As a result, digestion becomes smoother. Next slide, please. Okay. The third is sujud. Posture of sujud, standing by placing both hands, knees, toes, and forehead on the floor. The benefit is that the lymph flow is pumped to the neck and armpits. The position of the heart above the brain causes oxygen-rich blood to flow maximally to the brain. This flow effect on a person's thinking. Therefore, the prostration with tumak ninah do not be in a hurry so that the blood is sufficient capacity in the brain. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, especially for women, but both bowing and prostration have tremendous benefits for fertility and the health of the female organs. The prostration movement in praise is unique. The philosophy is that humans submit themselves as low as possible, even lower than their own us. Okay, at the time of prostration, the position of the heart is above the head, which allows maximal blood flow to the brain, which means the brain gets a supply of oxygen-rich blood that stimulates the work of its cells. In other words, meaningful and continuous prostration can spur intelligence. Next slide, please. Sitting or duduk. Posture of sitting is there are two kinds of sitting, namely iftirosi, early tahiyat, and tawarruk, late tahiyat. The difference lies in the position of the feet. When iftirosi, we rest on the groin which is connected to the ischiadius nerve. This position avoids pain in the groin, which often causes the sufferer to be unable to walk. Meanwhile, sitting tawarruk is very good for men because the feel presses the flow of the bladder, urethra, male genital glands, prostate, and the first difference channel. If done properly, iftirasi posture prevents impotence. Variations in the position of the soles of the feet in iftirasi and tawarruk cause all the leg muscles to stretch and then relax again. This harmonic motion and pressure is what keeps it. Flexibility and strength of our organs of motion. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, and for women, this is the most protected area because there are three holes, namely the burrow intercourse, rectum to remove feces, and urinary tract. When sitting tawarruk, the heel of the left foot should press the perineal area. The back of the foot should be placed on the sole of the left foot, and the heel of the right foot should press the right groin. In this position, the heel of the left foot will massage and press the perineal area. This gentle pressure fixes the reproductive organs in the perineal area. The benefit of sitting are youthful. Basically, the entire prayer movement aims to rejuvenate the body. If the body is flexible, less cell and skin damage occurs. Moreover, if done regularly, the damaged cells can be replaced immediately. Next slide, please. And the last is salam. Salam is a movement, turn the head to the right and left to the maximum. Its relaxation of the muscles around the neck and head improves blood flow to the head. This movement prevents headache and maintains facial skin firmness. Worse, sipping continuously not only nourishes faith, but beautifies women inside and out. The final movement in Sholat, namely greetings and looking left and right, has a great influence on firmness, face skin, and this movement is like, yes, and this movement is like relaxation of the face and the neck. No less important, this movement prevent women from migraine attacks and other headache. Okay. Okay. In order for our prayers to function as above, of course, we must first understand the science of Sholat from the start of prayers procedures, conditions, pillars, circumstances, makruh, essential, and fadilah Sholat. It's something that is impossible for us to achieve if in its implementation we are still not in accordance with what it should be. We should learn to pray systematically. Okay, next slide. Okay, so do you still want to leave Sholat? I think no, yeah. I think no. Okay, and thank you. Thank you. I think it's enough from me. I will return the time to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nico. Those are very amazing and interesting research. Now we are going to the Q&A session. It's time to take questions from the audience that were sent to us during the presentation. I would like to invite the people who posed question to raise the question using microphone. Okay. For the first question is coming from Rafli. Rafli, please post your question directly.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
So I want to ask, my name is Raffi Rizky Setiawan, and I'm going to ask to the second speaker, that is Dr. Nico. So Dr. Nico, I want to ask, in this era, many people Sholat in a hurry with the intention to be healthy. However, can Sholat hastily cure the disease as described? Thank you.
Okay. Can I
Okay.
can I answer the question?
Okay. From Dr. Nico, can answer the question.
Okay. Thank you, Rafli, for the question. According to medical science, hastily Sholat is not good for the body or for healthy, because the flow blood that flows becomes unstable, so that the pump to the heart becomes very fast. This will actually result in fatigue or even shortness of breath when Sholat. So the prayer should be followed according to the prayer that is read. Don't be in a hurry, but be solemn in your Sholat. And yeah, I think like that.
Okay.
Thank you, Nico.
My pleasure, Rafli.
Is it curly for Rafi? Okay, next is the second question is I would like to pick up the second question from Zaki. Okay, Zaki,
Okay, can you hear my voice?
yes.
Okay, I will. I'm sorry. My name is Naufal Zaki Ardiansyah, and I will ask Miss Salamita Amanda. Hmm, can you give an example statement of a prayer movement that is beneficial for health? Okay, thank you.
Okay,
For
can I
Manda,
answer?
yes.
The statement example, as it has been narrated, one day Abu Hurairah had a stomachache, and the Prophet Muhammad SAW said, is healing in prayer. The results of research by Herbert Benson, an internist from Harvard University, show that the relaxation response is beneficial for healing disease and improving health. He said that the relaxation response can be felt during prayer. In short, prayer is protection from various diseases that can attack the body. That is that enough, Miss Zaki, Mr. Zaki?
Yes, enough. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now we come to the end of the sessions. I would like to thank you to Ustazah Amanda and Dr. Nico, who has shared her research and expertise with us today, and also coming even to virtually. Ladies and gentlemen of the conference this morning, now I would like to conclude this essence from the presentation that has been presented. It can be concluded that the Sholat, which has been required to be performed 5 times, has great benefits for the health of the body. From prevention to treatment, Sholat is a medicine that sums up all the body's immune needs to cure a disease. Okay, that's all the international webinar of the benefit of Sholat movement. Okay, and before we close this conference, let's take a picture for all the guests and audience to please to turn on the camera, and we are going to screen capture for the documentation. Okay, I will count 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are done. Okay, thank you. If I made mistake that I made today, please apologize for me. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.